all of a sudden you're like, okay, great. My makeup is ruined. Thank you for that. Nice to see you. Haven't seen you in like 10 years, but you ruined my makeup. Thank you. I know that it's been a while, but I did some researching and switched a lot of things up and tried a lot of new things, and I think now I'm finally in a place where I'm happy to kind of come back and do some more content for you guys and show you guys some things that I've been working on, some stuff that I purchased. I mean, over the span of a very long time, obviously I've purchased some things and done some different things, so I am really looking forward to, you know, just making some really cool new videos for you guys. And I did this look that I have on. It's almost nothing, but it's basically what I do all the time. It's like what I do all the time. I have an older video that's very similar to this, but this has kind of been what I've been recently doing. It usually, you know, I'm filming this after just finishing it, so it hasn't fully set yet, and so I usually tend to look a little bit more dewy, so hopefully that happens eventually at some point, but I hope you guys like this, and it's going to show some stuff that I've been using recently, some things that I have been really interested in, and I'm trying to find things that, you know, look as natural as possible, because I was going through a phase there where I was feeling like, you know, I was putting way too much stuff on my face, and I still feel like that, but at least it doesn't feel the way that I was feeling. You know, I felt like there were certain circumstances where I looked the way that I was feeling, like I had too much going on, so I've been kind of doing a lot of research and trying to find ways to still cover up a little bit. I do have a lot of blemishes. I did a lot of skincare routine stuff this weekend, so peels and things like that, so I broke out a little bit, which is natural, but I don't like to fully cover my blemishes because I just think it looks bad. I think it looks worse for me. Other people seem to be able to pull it off, but for me I think it just looks terrible. So usually if I just kind of let them show, let them be, I actually look a lot better. But yeah, so it's some oldie stuff that I've been using, some stuff that, you know, you haven't heard me talk about before, and I hope you enjoy it, and, you know, maybe you can find some things in this video that you might feel comfortable trying. And I also give some helpful tips and tricks for some Gimme Brow benefit dupes, and one particular trick that I think might help some people who maybe felt a little left out when buying the Maybelline, is it Maybelline? Yeah, Maybelline Brow Drama. I have some opinions on it, and I have been playing with it for maybe a few weeks now, and kind of came to a conclusion on it and found a way to solve any issues that I think some people might have with it. And so if you find that my tips and my tricks helped you out, comment down below. And if I remember, I'm really not good at that part, but hopefully I can sit and type what I used. But I did try to, you know, say what I used in the video, so hopefully that helps you out in case I forgot to list anything down below. Thank you for watching. Thumbs up, subscribe, you know the drill. So I already put all of my current moisturizing creams on my face, and well, I've been kind of switching that up a lot lately, so when that isn't so obnoxious and I'm not using so many different things like every other week, I will most definitely make sure I hone in and choose like 5 products that I know for a fact, you know, I will be using for a very long time. But aside from that, lately what I've been using to kind of cover my face has been the, I get 2 different shades, well I had to get 2 different shades of the Pure BB Maybelline cream, or whatever you want to call it. I specifically got this one because it has the salicylic acid in it. The other one with the pink lettering on it is absolutely horrible. I really hate it. It not only is just way too pink, way too red, it just slides off of my face, and most importantly, it irritates my eyes because of the SPF in it. Certain products with SPF always irritate my eyes, so I have the medium sheer and medium deep sheer tint to mix together to get the right color for me, and I usually just add it to my hand, a decent amount of both, because the Sigma brush that I use kind of sucks it up a little bit. So I usually go a little overboard, and then usually whatever is left on the brush is what I will go back in with later on. This is as far as I'm gonna take it today. Like I'm not concerned with covering up blemishes or anything like that. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna let it rock. Today, the main focus is going to be my eyes and my brows. So, moving on to that. I have been juggling with dupes for Gimme Brow by Benefit. I really just cannot seem to get the balls to spend the $20 on it. And I know that a lot of people are probably, you know, people watch this video. People are gonna be like, it's amazing, what are you talking about, whatever, and I know, like, that, you know, I should just suck it up and just get it, but I have been playing with a couple of different products that you're gonna see when I get to my brows. But right now, I'm going to do a very light amount of concealer, not enough to really lighten per se, but definitely just enough to kind of make me look a little bit more awake, because I do have natural kind of lines and, you know, sagginess under my, and I'm mixing two colors. I'm mixing 20 and 35, and I know they're drastic, but for whatever reason, I don't know if it's my location, but they just like really put the most random colors, you know, like I think it's 6 colors or something like that, 2 for each kind of complexion. And it kind of just tells you, like, okay, if you're, you know, 1 through 6, this is the concealer that you can use, and you just kind of have to go with it, but whatever. I'm going to use my, because I can't seem to get, oh, here it is. Well, no, I don't want to use that. I'm going to use the same brush that I used for my foundation, because I just kind of want it, I don't want it to be obvious. I just want it to be concealed. But I don't want you to look at my face and be like, oh, she has concealer on in these places, you know. I just want it to be kind of seamless. So, handy dandy contour kit. I mean, if you don't know about it, Google it. Everybody and their dog has one on here. I don't like to use it every day, but sometimes it's just necessary, and today is one of those days because I feel like I need the help with the color in my face. I feel like I just really suck at looking fresh today. So I'm gonna go in with a couple of different things to kind of warm up my face. And now this is gonna be kind of a strange situation. I'm gonna use 240 in the powder from Fit Me, and I like to use this occasionally almost as like a transition shade for my cheeks. I feel like when I go straight on to my skin with one of the Contour Kit powders, I feel like it gets confused almost, and just kind of like sometimes it'll cling and get all bunched up, and you know, that's not what we're looking for. So I feel like if I put something on first, powder wise, it tends to blend a lot better. I usually mix these two colors, these suckers right here, and just kind of close my eyes and hope for the best. I'm not trying to do anything crazy, but I just want to define sections of my face clearly. That's what contouring is, right? And I'm gonna take that light, that pink highlight color in the corner, oh actually this right here, and I'm going to put it in the center of my eyelids and just blend it out. Now, when you do that, you're going to be like, okay, that didn't do anything. But in the right lighting, in most lighting, it looks quite pretty once you're really up close and ready to go. So next I'm going to do my eyebrows, and I am going to scoot in a little bit closer, not a lot closer, but just a little bit closer, and show you what I've been doing lately. And it's probably, it may stay like this, it might not stay like this. I might next week decide, no, I don't like it like that, and you know, down the line just say screw it and go back to what I was doing before. And yeah, and I might just change my mind. So this is literally what I have been doing for this week. I first purchased the hold on, let's see if that's gonna focus. Is it gonna focus? I don't know. I first initially got the Brow Drama, and this has been out for a while, and I did my research on it. People said they loved it. I went, grabbed it, and I didn't love the actual design of it. I thought the packaging is just too big. That's number one, it's just too big. And then, and then the other issue is that, it doesn't really, it's not made for everyone's eyebrow type. So let's get in, hold on. So what you can see is I have changed the applicator. The end of it used to be a ball. So right here it used to be all the way around a ball. But if you look really close, you can see that I actually trimmed the bottom of it so it is the same length all the way across. So there's this section here that is very skinny, very thin, and if in some places you can actually put it up against the rest of your brow and kind of kill two birds with one stone. And I realized that there was kind of like a missed opportunity with that section, so I literally trimmed half of the end off and just took away that ball shape on the bottom and used it that way, and it is, for me, a better product that way. So I don't know if the rest of you want to try that. It didn't really fight me all that much, but I do like the color of the product. It just wasn't designed for everyone's eyebrows. It really was only made for people who have, you know, bushier eyebrows, not in a bad way, but thicker eyebrows. I have been using the e.l.f. eyebrow kit for a very long time, for a few years now, and they last a really long time. I don't use the powder on this side, it's a little too red for my hair type, but usually what I do is just kind of fill in the major stuff. So I just kind of fill in that little section that looks almost like a bald spot, and very little product on it, very little product on it, and it really goes a long way. Like I I try to just keep going with it until I just have nothing left on the brush. And what I do is just kind of put my hairs where I want them, just so I can kind of see, you know, what I'm working with that day, because sometimes I feel like they just make decisions without me, and I wake up and it's like, oh, I guess my eyebrows are shaped this way today. So we're just gonna keep going. I'm trying to not have a heavy hand because while this is very close to the color of my brows, this can get pretty dark pretty quickly. So when I first got this, I didn't really know what I was doing. So I had a really heavy hand, and you know, you'll see older photos of me on Instagram and stuff where I just went a little overboard with the product, and they're just really intense for no reason. Another dupe that I found recently is the Brow Stylist Plumper by Loreal. Let's see if it'll... And it's okay in that it is a better job as far as the brush goes. It is slightly bigger, well actually bigger than the Gimme Brow brush, and it again is too big in comparison. Like, you know, this is just too big. I don't know why they couldn't make it smaller, so I don't know if there was like a legal thing going on with that. But you know the drill. You just go through your eyebrows with it, and you know, you just comb through, and this is kind of just a way to make sure your eyebrow hair doesn't move too much throughout the day. Now, I don't really have to worry about that too much, but they do move. You know, I have the occasional person that will give me a very aggressive hug or something, and all of a sudden my eyebrows are not where I put them initially. So usually that's the only time that I have to like watch myself, is when I'm around people that are like, around someone that I know is like really overbearing with their hugs, you know, and they just kind of come in and just smush your face, and all of a sudden you're like, okay, great. My makeup is ruined. Thank you for that. Nice to see you. Haven't seen you in like 10 years, but you ruined my makeup. Thank you. What I'm gonna do is, I do want a little bit of color in my lips. So what I'm using is the Cherry Me by Baby Lips, and it has this really nice wash of color that comes off of the chapstick. And what I'm doing is kind of what's popular in other cultures, is kind of having that like just ate a popsicle kind of a look. So just kind of dabbing it on the inside of my lip and mushing it and kind of plumping it around, just so it's kind of like more of a natural kind of kissed look, as opposed to kind of putting it all over the place. And that's because that's not really how my lips work, my natural lips work. They kind of have more color in the center. So that's usually what I do.